Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. Hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We are just now getting some immigrants rolling into town, 16 of them. So we got a little bit that we're going to have to do for these people here. We are getting really low on our food situation, so we're going to have to really focus on that in this episode. But right now, I do have 2 more farms on the way. We're just starting the planting season here. We're a little bit into it. It's May. We got this farm ready just in time, so it looks like we're going to be able to utilize that for this episode, or this harvest, I mean. And then we got a couple more down here that are still kind of in the works, in the process here. Now that we have a bundle more workers, we're probably going to have to get some more people working in here. But there's really no point at this point of the year to have them starting, because it's May. They're not going to grow in time, and it's going to be wasted. So we're not going to throw them in there just yet, but soon. We also got a tailor and a soap workshop built over here. We put the tailor in here in the last episode on our new little neighborhood to try and utilize some of the resources that are produced by our pastures. So that's why we have the tailor here. And I think I wanted to do down jackets in here just to really get some more better clothes happening here. So we're going to go with that, down jackets. And I just thought of something here looking at those down jackets, is that we could put a hunter's thing over here, a hunter cabin over here. And that would also help produce some more tailoring goods. So let's go ahead and we'll pop this guy about right in there. Okay, we'll get that built up. We got this area getting built up. It's taking a lot of time. We did put in a bunch more workers in our builders' cabins. We have 11 total, 6 in this one, and we must have 5 in the other one. So we have the builders coming in, but it's just taking some time still. We're moving these little apiary and the gatherer's hut and our forester. We're going to move that up over in here. We're going to have 2 foresters here. We're going to be able to plant trees in both of them, and one of them is going to fell trees. So we are going to be getting a little bit of wood off this, but not a whole lot. That's what I planned for that. And then we'll utilize this area for something else. We did really just start getting into nurseries. We're doing the tobacco and our medicinal herbs, and I want to go a little bit more wild with that. I want to be able to set up a loop with the tobacco seeds where, as the caravans go and by the time they come back, there's a stockpile and we can just automatically have something going. I think that'd be really cool. I've wanted to do that for several episodes and haven't really set it up how I wanted to have it going. So hopefully we can do that here pretty soon. But we are getting places with our techs here. We are working towards well-known reputation. We've been doing that for a while now, and I think we're going to finally grab that. So this is going to increase the rep we get by 25%. I'm going to go ahead and create that. So now we're really sitting pretty good with our trade setup here. Okay, so we got another farm good to go over here. So I'm going to, again, set it up, but not quite have it activated yet. Our caravan has returned to the town with 3,700 monies. That's pretty good. And we're working towards level 3 here, trying to get to the dense forest, the dense farms, and the dense groves, or fruit trees area, whatever this is called. And we need to get to level 3. So we got to be doing a lot more trading, and we are going to be buying and selling. I'd like to do that a little bit more. I've just been kind of selling the tobacco right now, but we need to also be buying, because if we do that as well, it's just going to go a little bit quicker, and that's just all the better, I think. Over here, we are running oat seeds on everything. This is mostly agave over here, but we're looking pretty great on agave. We were sitting at cap with our 5 distilleries for a little while. So it looks like we're kind of below there, but we fixed that problem, so that's good. Our happiness has reflected that as well. And it looks like I got some more workers in here, so we'll go like that. And then we'll go ahead with oats, so that's ready for the next season. It's June, now it's July. I should be marking some stuff for gathering as well, since it's nice out. Also, this mine is completed, so I took the 8 workers out of there. We're going to move them over here. And we'll go ahead and put 8 workers back into that mine. Now that's for coal production, and we need a lot of coal. We are at 0 and very little domestic fuel over here, so that's a focus that we really want to get going here. And I think we'll even crank this up to 10, and I want to go... Let's go with 3 more over here. So we've got a lot of coal coming in. We need it right now. This mine for iron is doing okay. I'm not too worried about that. It looks like our graveyards are doing okay as well. Don't need to adjust those at this point. Okay, so July, let's go ahead and mark some stuff for gathering. We're gonna do a little bit of a gather all here. And we can gather up this northern bit, and that's what I think I'm gonna do. Oh, here's this Taylor Scrap event again. We are gonna make, let's go with clothes this time, since we are kind of in the red here. So we're gonna make into clothes and 300 rough clothing. I almost think that the backpacks are a little bit better than that. So maybe we'll do that next time if it happens again. Okay, we'll mark our those guys for gathering and get that happening. We have 10 laborers, so we should have a decent amount of people to go and handle all that. That's good to go. Okay, so this I want to set up for next season. Let's go ahead and we'll just put the 3 workers in there. I guess I could have done this before, but we'll do the 6. That's probably not going to be enough. I can already tell, like, if it's harvest season now and they're coming off the fields and we're only at 1,300 food, we're kind of in a little bit of trouble here. But we're definitely going to need a lot more farms happening. And I think we may have a couple extra people here. Those guys up. Yeah, okay, and here's 2 more. So that should be all okay there. And then we have 8 laborers. That should be good. Let's go ahead and assign. I'm going to assign 3 more, so we have 5 people that are free walking around here. And let's start with that. I do want to fill this all in, and we absolutely will eventually here. Just can't quite do it yet with our worker situation. So we'll get started with that. We also have some more coal coming in and down over here to supply this area with some heating stuff. And we do have a sawmill as well, working on our domestic fuel. So we got a couple of ways down there to get some heating happening. So that should be good there. Okay, now we're up to 2,300 food. That's good. That's a little bit better than 1,300. And they got all of this taken out already. That's crazy how fast that they work. The extra point that we got here, I'm not really sure what I want to do after this one. So we wanted the well-known reputation. We got that going. And then there is a carving workshop that I do like, because you can make these little statues and they're really easy trade good. And they do sell for quite a bit. So would like to get into that. But that's going to need construction and lighting. And that's going to be here. And that's going to need the calcining kiln. So maybe that's what we want to do next, is go ahead and go to mining. We have sand mining. Let's go calcining kiln. Then we can start to make ourselves some brick and some glass, and then we'll be good to go. So calcining kiln, we're already there. Let's find it on our bar here. And I've been complaining about this a couple times about not having the ability to search for buildings. I did see in the patch notes that that is going to be a thing, so I'm excited for that for sure. Here we go. We got our kiln factory to be able to look for the buildings I'm trying to build, because I always have had a struggle trying to find what I want. Doesn't matter like how long I've played this game, I still can't remember all those things. We could let's put it up here. We'll put a couple in here. I was kind of thinking that maybe we do another couple nurseries in here, but I think the calcining kilns will be okay. We do want to have them nearby here. And let's go ahead. We want to use most of this for our housing stuff, all this extra area in here. So I'm not going to quite build those in there yet. Let's go kind of out over here a little bit further where these other buildings have been built up. That would be a little bit better. So 2 spots for glass, 2 spots for brick. I think that will be an okay start. Definitely not gonna be enough. We're gonna have way more clay stuff than glass stuff, at least for a little while here. That looks like I did put a little dock in here, another one. Just a couple more food coming in. It's off season a little bit more. Once I get 2 more workers, I'll fill that position. But I'm gonna leave 4 laborers for now. We got 5. That's good. It's even better. Let's just check around and see if there's any other trees that I want to grab right now. We have 716 wood, not super great, but it's okay. Oh, and it looks like this is all good to go here. So let's go ahead. We'll go honey on that. Gatherer's hut, that's great. Forester's hut, I want you to... This one, let's do both planting and felling trees. And this one, let's just plant. And I'm going to go 2 and 2, like so. And then we can take these guys out of here. Instant, and go ahead and get these out of here. Okay, like so. And now we are able to go ahead and demo these guys, get that cleaned up, and then we can gather all of these goodies. This is gonna look really weird naked over here. Gather all those things up. That'll be really good to have all that stuff. Now this is gonna start to grow these nice trees in here. So for a time, the apiary and the gatherer's hut are going to take a hit in efficiency, because there aren't any mature trees around here, but that will be fixed over time. So we'll get that going up. Look at all these trees and goodies that we gather up there. That's awesome. And it looks like we are kind of not looking great for stone. So if there's any stone close by, we want to grab that for sure. I don't think we have any over here. Let's see. We got some iron here. That's not what I'm looking for. For those gray rocks. I think I saw some up over here somewhere. Yeah, right in here. Okay, so let's mark these up. Gather all these rocks. This one too. So that's telling me that we're gonna need a quarry here pretty quickly. So let's get those marked out, and let's just get these marked up this year and gathered up. We have 8 workers, so we should be able to do that. Okay, no new immigrants on the timeline, unfortunately. So we're gonna kind of have to work with what we have. We should be able to make do pretty well. All right, yeah, this is all nice and cleared out now. Is this all goofed up? It looks like it's not on the, yeah, it's not on the road. So I did screw those up a little bit. Oh, that's because I was trying to be inside the buff there, the buff zone. So I guess, I don't know, let's just put a couple of roads in there like so, and that should be all right. And I do want to go crazy with this, like I mentioned. Let's get a bunch of these nurseries in here. Let's go with, we'll start with 3 more. And we'll see where we're at with our medicine stuff, and maybe do 2 tobaccos and 1 more medicine, just to keep on top of that. And that should be pretty good to go. Oh, another thing that I'm going to need space for is reeds. Maybe we can work some reeds up in here. We don't quite have that yet. I believe that's here. Yep. So we don't quite have reed fields yet, but pretty soon we'll be able to do that. Another thing that we wanted to get into was some paper. So we have been working on some bamboo over here. So we got 144 bamboo on the way. And I thought that if we unlocked the bamboo, we should have the thing to make paper with. There it is. Size paper mill. Let's see, this is, it can process bamboo into paper. So it needs 80 bamboo and some other things, but we can absolutely do this. And I think I want to do this because I want to upgrade our technology buildings here and use the paper to do that. So I think this would be good. We kind of got some fields going on over here. Maybe we just, oh, it sneaks in right there. Let's do it right there. That's perfect. Maybe a transfer station would be better, but maybe we'll put a transfer station like over in this space when we get to that point. Not quite there yet on transfer stations, but hopefully pretty soon here. And then we got our kiln factories good to go. We want glass in this one. Let's go ahead and do brick in this one. That'll be great. Get those things started up. And then we got this one ready over here. Let's go ahead and do brick. Oh, but you know, that's pointless without refined fuel. You know, I did this before. I think I did it with our stream where I just kind of forgot about the fuels that these guys need. So like they're pretty useless for us at this point until we get, where is it? It's going to be probably under mining again. Refined fuels. So we have to get the fuel factory before we can use our calcining kiln. It's something I always forget about. So we'll get this with our next point. Then we can use our calcining kilns. And you can see that we're already good to go with those. That one's brick. This one needs to be glass. All right, that should be good to go. And these 3 are nearly complete. Our new nursery's coming in, so that's awesome. And these guys should be back, and they are. So let's go ahead and, you know, I wonder if we could figure this out. So how many tobacco plants are we growing in like a year? Can we find that? We should be able to find that, right? So production, that would be a trade good. It wouldn't be a food. So we're going to go over here, trade goods, and we're going to find tobacco and add. Okay. So, this doesn't really give me enough of an information of what I want for the trade knowledge that I'm looking for here. So, usage priority. Nope, that's not what I want. So, I guess we just have to kind of eyeball it and see how we do here. So, if we're at 901, let's form a caravan. I'm going to try and loop this. I will buy insurance. We are going to sell items. And we're going to go to tobacco. Oops, Toba. And we'll go ahead and, let's see. So we got 900. Let's try and fill our trade carts with like, let's start with like 250. And we'll start with that. And we'll see how our stock goes. And if we kind of run low, then we'll adjust it. And if we can sell some more, we'll adjust it with that too. Since we are going to loop this, I don't want to buy anything because then you're going to continually buy that item. So we're just going to sell tobacco on a loop. So we'll go ahead and form that. We got 4 people. Insurance is bought. Loop is checked. Let's go for it. Well, so hopefully we can continuously make a passive amount of money just coming in with our tobacco leaves. And like I said, we are going to turn this up a little bit more for some more tobacco production. Get these guys rolling. And then this guy at herb seeds. And then that should be a pretty good harvest on tobacco seeds, and hopefully we can keep that production up happening all the time. Okay, so now it looks like we have our clothing under control, at least for now, but it looks like tools are kind of hurting. So we're going to need wood and iron for that, and of course a blacksmith. So we have to find our blacksmith right here, our smithy, And I think we're going to put one over here because that just makes a little bit of sense to me. So that'll fit in there just perfectly, and we'll go ahead like that, and it's outside of our range. Because I was thinking we could maybe put a mine up in there, and maybe we should even do that, because that's a long way to move goods around just for the smithy here. But it looks like that's not going to fit in this space, but we do have one right here that is working on some coal for us. So if we can get some iron going as well, that'd be really great. It looks like we're going to have to go on this side of the mountain, which should be okay. So we'll get at least one mine there, and we're kind of clashing with the other one, and we'll go another mine. Let's go over this way as much as we can because of that nice flat bank right there. Look at that right in here. So I want to try and preserve that. So we'll go ahead and we'll get our dirt road started up right here, and then we'll get that on the way. And then it would make sense as well to put a warehouse over in here. It looks like I neglected to do that at all. So we'll get at least 2 warehouses started up for mainly for the food coming in. We do have this one here for the pastures and whatnot, but I think a couple more won't hurt anything. So we'll get those guys coming in. This guy is for seeds in the next season. That's good to go. Okay, that should be good. And it looks like we managed to keep our heads above the negative there for food, so that's good. And it looks like our paper mill is also good to go, so let's absolutely do that. It looks like they're going to use everything, except I want to turn that off for timber. I don't want them to do that. I only want them to use bamboo. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Get some bamboo paper happening. And then what we got to do is come over here to all of our research institutes and turn the use of paper on. And then that should increase our tech point gain rate. It should be pretty good. We could also put in a couple more over in this area, but just haven't done that yet. Let's go with how are we doing on housing situations. Okay, so 16 people want new housing. Let's go and put a couple more houses up in here. We'll go like that. We'll go one right here. And it looks like we can fit 2 more. Oop, I screwed up. I wanted to put another space in there. So we'll go like that. And it looks like we'll fit 2 more. Perfect. And we can do that one more time right there. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, so that should be plenty for now as far as new houses going. So we'll go ahead and tie that in like that. And we'll do our little 2x2 setup like that. Oh, I guess we did that over here too, except for these guys. So that'll look good. I'm happy about that. Looks like we're still getting a couple bursts. That's good. That means our happiness is still high. Oh, I would really like to crank that up a little bit more, that happiness. Get that happiness going as much as we can. And the way to do that is getting to the theater here. But we talked about needing a couple of things first. So let's get the refined fuel at this next point. And then we'll probably go into a little bit more of these entertainment things. We should be able to burn through it pretty quick with our upgraded research institutes with the paper once that really starts to kick off. We might need a couple more people in here to do that, but we can absolutely manage that here pretty soon. Looks like we got a merchant ship on the way here. The last one that came by didn't have anything that I cared about really. Oh, well, maybe not this one. The one before that. And so I just let it go. And I wish I would have looked at that what that one had, because I'm still looking for those blueprints. If we can find those blueprints, that would be great. Okay, so we have 8 people now. I feel like we should put another group of 3 in here. Get that going on as well. So then should be really good for the next season. And let's see, we got our smithy ready to go over here, which is great. Let's go ahead and we got our iron tools. We have some iron. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, warehouse is good to go over here. And then these mines are going to be a little bit longer yet. So when we run out of people out of nowhere, it'll be the mines. You got to remember that, because I'll probably forget. Okay, so our house is getting taken care of. We might need a few more than that. Oh, a chubby gourmet was passing through the town, having a good talk with the citizens who treated him. He wanted to treat them back with his food, but he wondered which ingredients do they prefer, lobster or turkey. I'm going to go with lobster. I think lobster is a little bit, delicacy. So delicacies are the better because the happiness goes up with those guys. So let's see if we can find a fancy food here. And we can read what it says here, hopefully. Apparently not. I thought we could. But yeah, it's a fancy food versus a simple food that the turkey is. So get those guys happening. Looks like our food is in danger here. 48 food on our food. That's not good. The delicacies will hold us over for a little bit, not like hardly even worth mentioning. And they'll go really, really quick. So let's get these guys gathered up close to town. Let's do the same over here. And hopefully we get a couple of little vegetables in there. That'd be really great. All the farmers are off duty right now because it's wintertime. And now, of course, they'll be going back right into the fields because it's February. But look at this herd of people coming to cut some trees down for us. It's great. And we should be outside of the influence of these guys. So that's awesome. Oh, I meant to turn fell trees off on this one. So what's going to happen in here is we have two guys, well, three that are planting and two of them that are felling the trees. So we should, over time, have a pretty dense blob over here. That's what I'm going for. Because we have our gathering hut and our apiary over here. So that's what we want to have for those guys. It looks like we have 11 people, 10 people. So we're going to put a couple more in the hunter's hut. Keep that food coming in. And then these guys should be planting pretty soon. Zeros on everything else. That's how I want it right now. That's good. And let's see, this should be back here soon, and so that should turn around and carry on until they die, until a mishap happens. That's what's going to stop that loop. We can adjust accordingly when that happens as well. So let's see. The caravan just returned. Let's see what we have for stock on our tobaccos. 1,500. So that was pretty good. We had plenty of extra. So we can adjust this. Go into here. Maybe not. Dismiss. There we go. Okay. So I guess I have to adjust this. So let's go with 500. We'll really crank it up a little bit here. Let's see if we can keep up with that. I'm gonna be surprised if we can, but we'll go ahead and try it out. We got loot. We got 4 caravan, buy insurance, selling. Nope. All right. So we got those guys on the way. Getting lots of more tobacco seeds coming in. That's awesome. And it's April, so we're starting planting. And food's not looking great still. Okay, so we should have tools going as well. That's here. Looks like we got our 2 mines up and running. So I'm going to take some people out of those. And then I'm going to put a couple more into this one. And then this other one I'm going to make into an iron mine because we have coal right here. And let's put a couple people in there. We don't need a ton yet. Okay, now we still have 11. Let's crank another one into the smithy there. Get that working. Soap workshop, tons of fats. Let's do that. And I'm gonna get another soap workshop going because of some medicinal herbs. Now that we are able to grow our own medicinal herbs, we can make some medicinal soaps. So that's what I would like to get into with this guy. I just gotta find a good spot for it. Looks like we'll just go right over here. No, I want that area for the bank. Shoot. I guess this won't work there. It's close. Let's just go. Well, we have all of our neighborhoody area. I don't think we can really do any more with the neighborhood. Pretty full. And this was kind of our industrially area. I guess we could continue to go in this direction, but we could also go in that direction with some more, what are these called, nurseries. So let's just get our workshop. Oh, we have 2 soap workshops over here. Oh, well, we're gonna absolutely adjust one to medicinal soap. There we go. That was easy. Problem solved. So that'll happen. That's good. So we should have our trees coming in pretty good as well, and bamboo's happening. What's our stock looking like? Okay, pretty good. So we're making paper. So these guys should have some paper in here, hopefully somewhere, maybe. Not that I see. Oh yeah, right there. 11. Excellent. So those guys are working. That plan is working how I wanted it to work. So that's excellent. Did we get one more tech point? We did. Okay, it's been a long time since we've had a tech point. So let's go ahead and we'll get our refined fuels, and let's absolutely get a couple of these refined fuel guys set up, and then we can get to making some good stuff. And that'll work great right there. So we'll put that one there. And I kind of mentioned like making this area into a steel processing location. So we're going to go ahead and start with a couple furnace fuel factories. We probably won't use both right away, but I'm probably going to use both eventually. So we'll get those guys started up there. And let's see, we got people coming in as laborers. That's great. It's a food thing that I'm scared about. Looks like we'll be okay for this year, but next year I'm gonna put a couple people in here so that we continue to keep our growth going in a positive direction. That's what I want to have happen here. So that's a couple more there, and we still have 13 extra laborers, which is really great. So we are going to do a little harvesting over here, get some of these trees in, some of those other goodies in, and let's just knock all that out. 13 people, we should have that done by wintertime. Yeah, you can see we got a couple meat pops showing up now, and I'm not happy about that. Hopefully we find some good stuff in the woods here while we're clearing and provide a little bit more food for our peeps. until the harvest comes in. Oh, we finally have immigrants on the timeline. That's excellent. Okay. Let's see. So we're up to 14 now. Yeah, let's get these guys happening. We're absolutely gonna crank this up. And like I said, again, this year not gonna do anything. It's August, so it's basically harvest season. But next year, that's when those guys are really going to be making a difference for us. We could also push up into this direction a little bit more with some more farms. But I'm really like hoping for those dense farms. That would be really, really nice to have. Okay, so it looks like there's no way that did it only go up 7 points? I feel like it only went up 7 points. That can't be right, but I hope it's not right. That would take forever. But hopefully with a little bit more selling on our next mission here, that should increase a little bit more. But remember, like I said, we could be buying from them as well. We just haven't been doing that. We're at 7,000 coins. I would need another trading post or to unlock another caravan here. We can do that if we go to caravan remodel, increases the number by 1. Maybe we do that. We have a loop, and then we just don't loop this other one. I know we were talking about getting into... Well, we got into the refined fuels. So we should be able to do this with our trade. Get a caravan remodel, get another trade going. I won't be selling the tobacco because we want to leave that for the loop. So we'll have to find something else to sell. It looks like we're pretty good on iron ore here. 2,000 is quite high, as well as water. So we could absolutely sell those things. But it looks like I can't get caravan remodel because I have to have large trading posts first. So let's go ahead and let's do that, I guess. We'll get the large trading post coming in. And now we just have to wait. So let's see. We go logistics, large trading post. Let's see. Larger inventory and structure size. More traders can work here and more caravan can also be formed here. So that's got rope and it also has some building kits, which we don't have yet. So we have to have the small trading post or we have to wait for the next tech point. So it looks like we're going to have to wait for the next tech point. And I think what I'm going to do over here is build a couple research institutes as well and just kind of get that happening. I think, okay, so we can all utilize the space and we can go up over here with our research institute. So let's do that. Rotate these guys around here. And we don't have any schools right now. So I'm kind of considering getting some schooling happening, especially with these immigrants on the way. So let's go ahead and find a service. Pretty sure it's service. Yep, there's school. And we'll get a couple schools happening here in town just to start getting some kids some education. This one should be plenty. I was like, look at all these ants on here. I thought they were ants on my screen for a second. I kind of panicked. Yeah, we'll only do the one school for now. We don't really need more than that. So I think I'm going to go... Nah, we'll go like this. All right. Get that guy going in. Okay, 1,200 coins from our loop on the tobacco seeds. It's pretty great. Happy about that. Get the school going in. So that's going to deal with 20... Well, it looks like we need 3 schools because we have 61 kids. So that's 20. And then if we get another one, that'll be 40, of course. And then we get one more, and that should be 60. And I do want to go over here with this one. I think just kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, got the school there, Research Institute there. That's also going to be 3 people for teachers. So I think that will be okay. But look at this, in December, and we're down to 70 food. Yikes. That is not good at all. But I guess we will have to worry about that in the next episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.